This episode of Handyguys TV is sponsored by the Handyguys Podcast Store. Just go to handyguyspodcast.com and click on Store, and you'll find the tools that the Handyguys recommend.
Welcome to the Handyguys Podcast, where we work together on that honey-do list. Here are the Handyguys, Brian and Paul.
The problem, Brian, is that my honey-do list is getting longer by the day.
Why is that, Paul?
Well, with all the rain we've had these last few weeks and months, it seems like it's raining every day, and my grass is growing like crazy, and I'm always mowing. I don't have time to fix the dishwasher and do all the other things that are on my wife's honey-do list.
Well, you need to get a riding mower for your large lawn, Paul.
Yeah.
It takes you too long.
Well, Brian, what do I get? Do I get a tractor or one of those zero-turn radius mowers? The ones with the crazy arms instead of the steering wheel? I wouldn't know which to get.
Perhaps we need to do a little bit of testing, Paul. I think a garage time is in order, or maybe a backyard time.
Good idea. Let's go. John Deere was kind enough to lend the Handyguys 2 mowers to help them answer the question: a riding mower and a ZTR. The mowers tested by the Handyguys were the EasyTrack Series Z445 with the Edge 54-inch high-capacity deck, and the John Deere Select Series X324 tractor, which includes a 4-wheel turning system with only a 9-inch cutting radius. We took these 2 mowers out to this 2-acre field and gave them a workout. We then tried them out on Brian's modestly sized yard. Let's see how we made out.
We tried these mowers on my traditional yard with all the typical obstacles, flower beds and decks and picnic tables and so forth, and then also out in the open field with some tall grass.
For large yards, it is great to have a reliable riding mower to get the job done. The ZTR, or zero-turn radius mower, is designed with the agility and precision to navigate around landscaping obstacles. The more traditional lawn tractor has the advantage of various attachments, including snow throwers and wagons and aerators.
Paul and I both took turns on these mowers, and we recorded our impressions in the podcast.
The controls on the ZTR mower take some getting used to, but once learned, the mower really does pivot on a dime. The tractor is a little more lumbering in its control, but with 4 turning wheels, it pivots amazingly well for a tractor.
So for the small areas, we discovered that the ZTR's configuration really allows you to navigate well. You can pivot and you can see what you're cutting much easier. You don't have an engine out in front obstructing your view.
Both mowers cut well, but the ZTR was a faster mower and maneuvered a little better.
Both mowers left a nice, even cut, although in some of the tall grass we had to make a second pass to get a few blades that were missed.
The question is, which weapon of grass destruction would a typical handy guy prefer? Whether you have an overgrown field or a typical lawn, the results might surprise you. Check out episode number 71 of the Handyguys podcast for our complete commentary. All right, Brian, so what are you going to get for this cutting season?
What am I going to get? I'm going to stick with my push mower for right now.
Yeah, so am I. But if you had the money, would you get the ZTR or the tractor?
I think I would get the tractor. Because I think I'd get the tractor because it's a little more versatile. I could put a plow blade on there or a snowblower blade. It's better for towing around a cart, doing things like that. And the 4-wheel steering gives me the mobility around my relatively small property and getting around the deck and stuff like that.
The 4-wheel pivot was good. And, I was able to use the tractor 4-wheel on my lawn a lot more than the ZTR. I think it comes down to me to the tractor was very versatile, especially with the pivot, the close radius. But what it comes down to is your property. If you have a lot of trees and in landscaping and a big yard, it's really big, then I would think then the ZTR might make some sense.
Right, because that definitely moves a lot faster.
Yeah. It moved a lot faster. I also like it had the cutting deck. It had a high capacity cutting deck, so it could handle more, longer grass. It wouldn't jam up as easily.
Yeah. So if you're only cutting every couple of weeks in certain areas and you've got tall grass, it seems to better handle that.
But if you're just an average homeowner, you have maybe a large yard, you have a few obstacles, the tractor could handle them no problem. What I had in mind by lots of obstacles is I looked at a property at one point that was 2 acres and had probably 50 trees. I mean, it was unbelievable. And that could be tough with a tractor, always backing up, going in and out. In the zero turn, you can just do all that so fast. You don't have to shift anything to get it in reverse or anything like that.
Right.
So it really depends on your property. But for sure, the tractor tends to be a little Mower, although, those attachments can be a little pricey.
Perhaps, but like for a large property, you said 2 acres with lots of trees. They've got these leaf collection attachments.
Yeah, you're right. Then you want that. You can get some attachments with the ZTR.
Yeah, they got a bagging attachment for that, I think, and stuff like that.
Not quite as versatile, but so you check the attachments, check all the things you might want to use on it, and that's going to help you determine. So there you have it. It was fun. Thanks to John Deere for letting us try these mowers out.
Yes.
And when we have enough money, perhaps we'll get one for our tool arsenal.
Right, to keep, right?
Instead
of to play with.
There we go. That's all we got this week for the Handyguys TV.
Thanks. Bye.